I will never forget that I was driving on Garden of the Gods Road, and I got a call from Gordon, and he said, "The fire is hitting. You need to go to our office right now and get everything that you can get, because we're probably not going to have a house, and we're probably not going to have an office, because everything is right here within a minute radius of each other." And so I made the fastest attempt to get here as I'm watching the flames go over the mountain as the Waldo Canyon fire hit. And so I'm literally trying to beat the fire, and I was one of the few cars that the police department allowed to come back up to get our things. And so the feeling was this tremendous amount of like, everything is going to change as we know it in one moment. Like, there is no way that we can control this. It is so far beyond us. And the phone, just literally, that day was still ringing with all kinds of real estate calls, and devastation was hitting at the same time. This is where our house is, up this hill, and this is our neighborhood and our office. This is our neighborhood. This is where our house is. This is our neighborhood. Right there up the hill. That's the fire. This is insane. It feels so post-apocalyptic right now. It's bizarre. That's our family on a bus bench right here by Marigold's. This is the road that takes us into our neighborhood, and our neighborhood is about to be on fire, it looks like, because the fire is going in the exact wrong direction. I will never forget, after the fire, nothing was that important. Material things were not important compared to what they used to be. And so I shed layers and layers off of me, off of my soul, off of my life. And I realized everything that we have in life is so fleeting anyway, that what am I really holding on to? And I think the bigger challenge at that point was, how do we keep living in this home around what was devastated around us? How do we stay? Because it would have been easy to bolt, but that would have been a horrible decision in the middle of panic. You don't make changes when you're panicking. So to stand, I just realized I had to make this home something new again. And so that's what we did. That's how we survived and coped through it. Our neighbors, though, it's really interesting to see how fast that the neighborhood came back, and really and truly there was so much support in this community for so many people. I remember that I just didn't know where to start in the process of design until I thought of the color that gives me the most peace. And so when I started designing around this color, it reminds me of the water of Destin, Florida. And I'll tell you, when I started working with that color, then it became as specific as the pendant lights in our kitchen. And I ordered those lights from a person who actually makes that glass in Jerusalem. And it was a really neat technical stained glass concept that they do. It took them 20 years to design that color, to create that color. And I started designing around that color because we had a fire around here. I wanted to design around water. It was almost like this counterbalance for what we had gone through. But I wanted to design around things that give us life. So this home for us, it survived the fire, it survived kids, it's now this empty nest home, and now we've made it into a home very functional for grandkids. So we just finished our basement. If you can imagine, we've been here for so many years, and we never finished our basement while our kids were growing up. So we just did it. And why did we do it? We have grandkids now. And these grandkids, we want them to stay, and we want them to have incredible memories. So we made a rock climbing wall in the basement, and we designed the bedroom as a beautiful suite when our kids visit us. And we just want it to be a home that continues this spirit of hospitality and life. So we love having a somewhat simplified model for our own personal way of living. And that way we love sowing the seeds of investment into all the other things that we do. And that's really our big why that we've stayed here. So thank you for letting me share such a personal testimony about that. It's served us very, very well to remain rooted all of these years.